Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Isaac. I'm a price action trader following Al Brooks, studying the Al Brooks price action course. And I just want to do uh, a review of today. Um, Today is Boxing Day, December 26th, 2025. So, Merry Christmas to those who are celebrating. Okay, so I'll just take a quick look here at the daily chart. And um, so when the day first started, before we formed this bar, I thought, okay, um, I thought we might, after so many bull bars, might try to go up more, or if the bears try to take this downward, that there would be buyers below. Uh, but during the session, I did look over here and I noticed that it was that this daily bar was starting to touch and stall with this daily bar here, which I think was a few Thursdays ago. Um, so that's what I noticed there. And overall, it turned out to be, you could see that's more of a doji day. 15-minute chart over here. We're in a trading range. Let me just crunch that together. So we had this big spike up, and then kind of going sideways, then sideways down, and then going up a little bit, and then today's open here. This was the first bar of the open on the RTH right here, this big bull bar here. But you can see it wasn't really going to go anywhere on its own without more, because this is a trading range here. And of course, now we know the bears trapped the bulls here and took this downward. Bulls came in to bring this back up, maybe get a break even, average in, before the market went down further. Okay, let's look at the 5-minute RTH. And let me just remove these first. So this was not an easy day for me. I am getting better, and I mean, my losses are nowhere near as bad as they used to be. But still, it was not the greatest day for me. One thing I thought of coming out of, well, not yesterday, it was Christmas, but December 24th was at the end, we had this expanding triangle. You see that there? So I kept that in mind, and one thing I know about expanding triangles is that they are a form of a trading range. And so really the best thing to do is to wait until the market fully breaks out of it, and then it's safer to take a trade. Having said that, I did try to take trades inside of this in the market here. But looking back now, I can say that, especially on the open, you got three bull bars. Not the greatest idea. First of all, looking at the 15-minute chart, this is going to the top of a trading range, right? See that? And then it's just breaking out of an expanding triangle. I mean, that's not really enough confirmation for me. Um, so typically I would want to wait until it breaks out further, and then maybe on a pullback I could buy, just making sure that it doesn't come down. But right as the bulls broke out, the bears came in and pulled the market back down. And here we can see the bars 4 and 5 were really, really big. And after a little pause here with this doji, it broke down further and broke below the bar 1 low. And that warranted a second leg down, and we got it here. And I think now seeing the bulls come back in and we get these big bull bars here. So it turns out they were probably just scaling in and then getting out break even about maybe about halfway. Let's just measure that actually. Yep, okay. So I'm measuring from the low of bar 1 to the close of bar 3. So that was the trap there. And by the way, yes, I did look a little bit at the Al Brooks Discord group. I still got to read more on it. I didn't realize anyone was going to be talking there today. It turns out Rose was posting stuff there, and I really regret not reading that before starting the day. I went in afterwards to look. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, the 50% here. And one thing I thought of was, big up, big down, then big up, combined with what I've heard a few times. I think it's from Rose saying failure of a failure is a swing. And so I thought that this might go up. Well, that turned out to be wrong. Now I will say one thing. In my experience, what I've noticed is failure of a failure of a failure is a trading range. And so I thought, well, if this is going to go down, it won't go down that much. It's not like it's going to plunge down below yesterday's low or anything. It can go down though, but that's what I thought when I saw that. When I saw failure of a failure of a failure, I thought, okay, this is going to be a trading range day. More of a sideways type of day. There was apparently still a move, which I think Rose pointed out. And it was reached. We'll get to that in a minute. Let me just remove this. So yeah, this was a surprise. But I guess it wouldn't be surprising if you knew that the bulls here were just getting out break even and then just going in one more time and then just getting out of their trades, and then the bears swoop in and take over. um, and then, of course, I noticed that the market was always stopping down around here, which is around the low of yesterday's bar 21, or sorry, December 24th, bar 21 low or open. I don't know if that can be thought of as a buy zone, but that's kind of how I thought of it at the time. Um, Anyone more knowledgeable can educate me on this if you know better. Um, and another thing here, I see the bulls coming up. One thing I thought of was, okay, maybe this is could this be what do we say here? Double top. and then the market comes back just to retest the entry point so that traders can get in. And I think that's what happened here. After a bit of sideways action there, a limit order would have been successful there. Even after this bear bar 28, market came up for a second, and then there were sellers above bar 29, so then it went up. Now, was it 1, 2, 3, 4 bear bars? And I still have to learn. I still have to study what Brad Wolf said about this, about consecutive bear bars. I know context matters a lot in these cases. But I was still watching these, and I thought, okay, it's not really looking good for the bulls at this point. But then look here, we got this big bull bar. So I got a little confused there. I thought, what's going on with that? And then bear bar, and then another bear bar going back down to the below the low of bar 36, but not closing below it. And then just a little bit, going a little bit upwards, and then coming back down again, and reaching a target that Rose had set out for us in the Discord group. She said that was like a test zone, and I still have to look into that, how that was calculated. I also heard someone say in the group that was, I believe it was a 20-point move for the Bears, based off of bar 13, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Having said that, what did save me was the fact that I thought, again, failure of a failure of a failure is going to be more of a sideways type of day, even if there is like a bear move down. I just thought, okay, it's going to be more sideways. So as soon as we hit that target, the market started to come back up. And another thing is, I did calculate that to be, I believe it was, okay, maybe that's not it. Or was it this one? Well, that bar 47, I noticed it was a half R of something, and on trading range days, I know to always go for like half R. Don't try to get too greedy on days like this. Oh yes, I believe it was this double top. And going from there. Okay, maybe not. Well, anyways, but there was some target, some half R that I noticed it hit, and then it just bounced back up. Sorry, I should have had that ready before. But after that, I thought, okay, it's just going to be, mostly sideways. So it did bounce back up. It even passed these highs over here. This bar 55 closed above the high of bar 23. And so I thought, okay, so I was right. I don't think this market's gonna plunge down below the low of bar 47. So we just went sideways for the rest of the day, and I guess that was pretty much it. And then, of course, um, we had some, I guess, institutional traders jumping in here. Um, so overall, it was a bit of a more confusing day for me. So I'd appreciate any feedback from anyone. Um, Again, anyone who's more well versed in the Albrook's course. Um, yeah, so that should be all for today. I guess the next time the market is open is on Monday, which I believe is the December 29th, if I'm not mistaken. And other than that, yeah, I'll just say the usual risk disclosure. Um, the futures risk disclosure. You can find it on the CBOE website. Basically saying, this is risky and don't invest funds that you can't completely afford to lose. Other than that, yeah, I will wait for feedback from anyone, and I'll be checking in the Albrooks Discord group as well. And other than that, I will